Well, his son was taken to Orange Park Medical Center and is expected to recover. Also, tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from the woman who says she dated the shooter, James Cameau, for several years.
She's revealing to Channel 4's Francesca Amaker what she believes is the motive behind the shooting. Fran, what does she have to say tonight?
I mean, what a phone call, Kent and Joy. Now, these two actually met on the internet several years ago, and she said she fell in like with the exterior of James, but he was extremely rough on the outside, but very soft to her on the inside. She said out of all the years that she knew him, she never would have thought that his actions would land someone right here at the hospital, let alone end his own life.
I knew he was angry, but I really just thought James was all talk.
She described James Cameau as hard-headed and angry. But when they were together, like you see in this video, she says he was a joy to be around, which is why Ambria Edmonds says she never would have thought the man she dated for 3.5 years would be the person who came to work with the intent to end the lives of others and himself, at least until recently.
He told me, he said, Bree, you just don't know the type of person that I am and what I'm capable of.
Edmonds says Cameau was born in Haiti, and he moved to Chicago to live with his father when he was 9. She describes his upbringing as very hard.
He said he got picked on because he didn't know English. He got picked on because he didn't dress like the other kids.
She says when Cameau became an adult, he moved to Florida and began working for a flooring company. Things took a turn when he was fired, but it would be the first time Edmond heard something this shocking come from his mouth.
I remember when he got fired from there, that day, he said, Bree, I want to go and shoot all. I said, James, don't do it.
He didn't. Instead, she says he had plans of going back to Chicago, but the next day, he got the job here at Jacksonville Granite, where she claims James experienced some of the same racial bullying he first experienced when he moved to America when he was 9 years old. She says Cameau told her that his coworkers were hating on him and wondered how he was able to afford to stay at Astoria Hotel.
I said, you need to tell them it is not okay for them to speak to you, if they're saying anything in a racist way.
Edmond says within the last few days, Cameau's demeanor got really nasty towards her, so she cut him off, not realizing that action last week would be the last time she would see her friend alive.
They said he seemed despondent over the last few weeks, the last few days. That's because I had not talked to him. And I really believe that maybe that's what it was, because James was in love with me. And I'm sorry that happened, because he probably needed me.
Now, again, the victim is recovering right here at Orange Park Medical Center. Coming up at 11 o'clock, we're going to hear more from his father and what went through his head when he initially got that phone call. Also coming up at 11, I'm speaking to one of the 911 callers who hid behind a truck to save these people's lives. We're now reporting live in Orange Park. Francesca Amaker, Channel 4, the local station.